Hey, did y'all get a card for the Flat Earth app?
Yes.
Okay, right? You guys ever go to Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Get a milkshake?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's $3.
Sure.
Right? So to download the app.
Okay.
Okay? You guys want to get $10? Anybody want to get $10? Okay. Do you promise to share your $10 with your friends here?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll share.
Okay. Alex, can I get your app? Okay, so the deal is you got to watch a 5-minute Flat Earth video
Right now.
right now for $10.
That's fine.
Is that cool?
Deal.
And you got the app, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get it.
So I think I'll get it.
So 3, 6, 10. There you go. You got just about you guys share a milkshake if you want. Okay.
Perfect.
So if you have a question for a flat earther, what would that question be?
I don't know. That's kind of a toughie. Sure. What do you lead with? No, hang on. What do you think?
I would say, like, I mean, this is kind of just like a new concept to me. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, like, you hear like of flat earthers and stuff like that, but this is like the first time I've like confronted one of them.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, I've never-
I would
Could
just
I-
say like, what are like the foundational like ideas?
Yeah. You want me to maybe act like I'm somebody like yourself, maybe?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. How about images of Earth from space? Maybe. Okay. Images of Earth from space. He's got the app ready to go for you, and he'll play it for you here in a moment.
So what do you say to those images that you see?
Well, actually, they're photoshopped, and they're not real. Yeah, they don't have any kind of camera system that's 5,000 miles from the ground, up in the air, orbiting and takes
International Space Station.
the ISS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an airplane, and it's a vomit comet. You know what a vomit comet is, or a parabolic flight? So it's actually a really cool ride. It's like a roller coaster. You pay some money, and you go about 60,000 feet in the air. Okay, and then you drop down. You're just free falling, and then you're able to float. You know how they're floating inside?
Sure.
You ever seen people float inside of an airplane before?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they say that's gravity, right?
That's what's going on in the ISS right now.
That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, they're doing this. And so what happened? The reason why that's happening is they're inside of a fuselage, so they're inside of a container, and so they're able to resist the wind, and it just goes around them, and they're falling in parallel with the speed of the airplane falling, and that's what makes them float. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not gravity. It has nothing to do with them floating or anything. It's actually they're falling. They're free falling.
Exist?
Yeah.
Does gravity exist?
What do you mean by exist?
I mean, like, why are we not? Why are
Is
we
gravity
standing?
like relevant like here on Earth?
So it's electrostatics. Okay, does that make sense? So is gravity a pushing or a pull?
Generally a pull, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
Pull
from the
towards.
Okay.
Well, we've been taught that it's a pull to the center
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Have you
know.
seen the center?
No,
That's
I've personally not.
yeah, me
But I
neither.
also haven't.
I've never tried, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So he's got the
Well,
video.
actually, so what do you say to? Have you been to the ocean?
I have. Yeah, he's got that 5-minute
What do
video.
you say to that little curve that you see? What do you think?
So there you go. Let's watch this here. Yeah.
We'll watch.
Okay. Here's your video. Okay, they bought this video for you for $10.
Okay, good
So
deal.
thank them. So here's the subtitles is right there.
How you doing? I actually think the Earth's flat. We want to know why you think it's not. Oh. What do you mean?
Okay, that guy without a shirt is getting arrested.
Your logic? Come on. It's not. It's not.
He gone.
Is Flat Earth guy getting in trouble?
He's not with us. He's not one of us, okay? He's trolling. He is trolling us. He was doing this at another location in Spartansburg,
He's trying to discredit
about
people
20
who
minutes
hate
away.
Flat Earth.
Yeah, he literally hates people who talk about flat Earth, and he literally came out here to troll us and make us a bad example.
I see.
Wait, is the guy in the purple hat a flat earther, at least? This guy right here?
The guy with, yes, he is. The guy without the shirt on is not with us, okay?
See, that's not my definition of gravity.
All right. Hey guys, how you doing? Good, I'm doing fine, thanks. I got $10 for anybody that wants to play a game.
I'll play games.
Okay, right on. So I got this app here for you.
Does anybody have the Black Swan? I thought you had it. Do you have the Black Swan?
Okay, here you go. I got this here for you. It's a $3 app. and you download it and you watch a 5-minute video every day for 7 days. And
I'm good.
you're good? Okay.
You good?
Well, who wanted the $10?
I want $10.
You did? Okay, there you go. So there's $10. So I got a question for you.
Wait, can I get $10?
Why do you believe the Earth is a ball?
Because I've been told my entire life that it's a ball.
Fair enough, right?
And I trust people that told me that.
You trust people. Okay, right on. Fair enough. So do you trust your parents?
I do trust my parents.
Okay, I trust my parents too. Now, what do you think it would be like if you were 20 years old and you found out that you were adopted?
I would be pretty mad
Pretty mad. Okay, so you. Why does that matter?
because I wasn't told I was adopted earlier.
Okay, but why does that matter?
Hey, Cougar.
I mean, they're your parents. I mean, like, they loved you, they raised you, they brought you up. I mean, you look like a smashing young man. You got Carolina Panthers shirt on. They're going to win the championship this year?
Maybe.
All right, fair enough. I think my Minnesota Vikings played you guys last week.
They did.
How'd that go?
Not very good.
It's all right, man, right? Okay, so my point is that I feel like I was adopted too because I grew up thinking the Earth is a ball. And that was my home. Okay, so I fell into Flat Earth 5 years ago, and I found out I was adopted. That the ball Earth that we're all taught isn't real. That's not our home. Okay, so you see what I'm trying to do here?
Yeah.
Trying to give you an analogy that if you guys found out that your parents were not your real parents and you were adopted, that would bring you into questions like, okay, so did my parents abandon me? Are my parents passed away? Do I have other brothers and sisters? And why would they lie to me for 20 years until they finally told me that I was adopted? Right? Because you're just carrying on your life. Why would you even think that your parents are not your real parents? Now, I'm not trying to gaslight you and make you think, okay, now I got to go home and ask my parents if I'm adopted. That's not my point, right? But what I am saying is that the government is doing the same thing to you, okay? They're telling you that you live someplace that you don't. Okay, does that make sense? They do, but NASA's not the exception. If they lie to you about this or that, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they're carrying on and they lie to you, how many times is it going to be until they lie to you and you say, you know what, I'm done. I can't deal with this. I want honesty and truth, and I want to trust somebody. Don't you want to trust people?
Yeah, but isn't there stuff that you could expose that more people would be open to that are more effective to eventually?
No, this is flat Earth. This is the globe Earth. We all believe that we live on a globe, right? Okay, I believed that I lived on a globe when I was your age also.
So what makes you believe it's flat?
Okay, so water when contained lays level and flat at the surface when at rest. Okay? Is that a very easy understanding that we can all relate to as human beings? Okay, this has nothing to do with spirituality. This has nothing to do with the color of your skin. We're all human beings here, right? I got 10 fingers and 10 toes, right? Okay, so it has nothing to do with it. So don't think about what about God or is this a religious thing? It's flat Earth, okay? And so ask your question again, please.
Why do you believe the Earth is flat?
Okay, so where does curvature start if the oceans and the lakes are contained by shorelines?
Are you a gravity guy or what?
I'm just asking you a question, okay? When does curvature start? So when things disappear over the horizon, when you see a ship pass over and you can't see it anymore, is that when the physical curvature starts? Is that where the physical line or the physical barrier of curvature starts? Is that what you think? Oh, I'm sorry? It's continuous, okay? So is the ball, is it too big that you can't, is it too big? Yeah. Is it too big? Okay. So what if the government claims to have measured what they claim we live on? Is that possible that the government can measure the ball Earth that they claim we live on? Okay. Okay, so there's a radius value of a sphere. We're all in school. This is basic geometry. A sphere has curvature rate. And they tell us that the radius value of the ball Earth that we live on is 3,959 miles at the radii. And if you do that and you cut it into fourths, like a pie, if you put a spirit level on top of the middle of that ball, it'll extend out if that ruler goes out 5,000 miles, right? So it'll go up like this. You put it on a beach ball, get a yardstick, and you can see this visual, okay? Am I getting the visual in your head? Put a yardstick on a beach ball. Does the yardstick curve around the beach ball? Does the yardstick curve around the beach ball?
Tape measure does.
Funny guy, okay? So of course not. Of course not. Of course not. A yardstick extends out, right? Okay, so water when contained lays level and flat at the surface. When does it start to bend to make a ball? Yeah, question.
So what about the experiment that the guys, the flat earthers, they proved themselves wrong by recording themselves with the yardstick and light refraction of the water, and they saw that the light curve.
Sure, totally. Yeah, behind the curve, right? On Netflix. Who did that video?
The damn government.
Do you happen to know? Yeah, I know those guys actually personally. I've actually met them personally. Okay? And who did that video was National Geographic. Okay? Does that make sense? So they're National Geographic who believes and teaches evolution, space, dinosaurs, and ball Earth and things of that nature. So I'm just saying, I'm suggesting that maybe they have other alternative motives behind what they
Are you
do.
like an anti-dinosaur guy too?
I've never seen a dinosaur before.
Or is anybody else?
I've never seen a dinosaur before. And if you believe in something that you've never seen before, and you believe stories and things of that nature, in my opinion, that's a religion. Because you can't prove it. You have faith that dinosaurs were around, right?
What about the bones that are in the ground?
The bones, I feel like they could be giants. Nephilim, you ever heard of the term Nephilim? The giants, okay? I have read about them in the Bible. Yeah,
I've read about dinosaurs.
you're right. Yeah, that's faith, and I can admit that I have faith. Is that okay? Is it okay whether we have faith and beliefs?
But there's also references to dinosaurs.
Okay, like Behemoth, he had a tree like a cedar. Is that what you're referencing? Yeah, yeah. Okay, and I get where you're coming from too. But what I'm trying to say is that let's just focus on flat Earth, and then we could go on and carry on to other conversations. And so my point is that water, when contained, lays level and flat, because we can demonstrate in a pool, in a lake, in your glass, in your cup, right? And you spin the bottle around, and the surface of that water always lays level, parallel with the ground, because it's like this. Okay, so at what point does curvature start on a ball Earth?
It's not being thrown at everything. It's with another organization.
Well, if there's not curvature, why has no one been to the edge?
Well, what edge are you guys referring to?
It's a circle. There's a point. It's got to go off of something, right?
Okay, so what I see, I've been doing this since 2017. April of 2017, and I'm from Minneapolis. I drove 18 hours to come to this state to talk to you beautiful people about flat Earth. If you believe that or not, it's up to you, okay? But the point of it is that I come out here because I want to at least offer you another alternative about where we live. Okay? And so I wouldn't, this is what I wouldn't do if I were you, okay? And I can just make a suggestion. Don't think of outer space and the solar system and everything and then replace it with a frisbee floating in outer space.
So is every planet a frisbee then?
And so what I feel that the Earth is that it goes on infinitely forever and ever, this way, down below, and upwards, up above, up to about 70 to 100 miles. And that's just me and my opinion, okay? But there's a ceiling above us. And the Earth goes on vertically this way, horizontally, straight and all around us in all directions. So there is no edge to find. There is no falling off anything, because you can't fall off something that goes on forever and ever, can you? Can you fall off something that goes on infinitely forever and fall off into space? Okay. Now when you go up, have you all ever been to a beach before? Can you fall off the edge of a beach?
I mean, no, you can clearly see that there's curvature.
Okay, so that's what I asked earlier. So when you see things disappear in the distance, is that when physical curvature starts?
Then I'd say no.
Okay. I'm sorry? Okay, and so how big is your globe Earth that you believe you live on? Does anybody know? I'll give $5 if anybody gives the correct answer. I have it right here. $5 if you can tell me how big your ball Earth is in circumference.
Sphere.
No Google. Can't use Google.
How big is Earth?
How big is your Earth? I got $5 right here. Exact answers only, please, because you have to be exact with math, right? Michio Kaku said that if you're off, Michio Kaku said if you're off by 0.0000001 degree in outer space travel, you're off by thousands and thousands of miles. So nobody knows. How far is the sun away from the Earth? I got $5 if anybody knows. $5 for this is the ball Earth that you guys all believe in. I thought you guys believed that you live on a ball Earth. Why can't anybody take this $5 from my hand?
You don't know the exact number.
Well, yeah, but you believe this, okay? So let's go. Let's go to spirituality. You guys want to go to spirituality now? We can go to spirituality now, okay? If there's people that believe in Muhammad, if there's people that believe in Jesus and Buddha and things of that nature in a book, right? And they just have faith that those people existed, that is really no difference than a school teaching that you live on a ball Earth. You have faith that other people did something so that you can carry on with your life. And you assume that these people tell you the truth. Okay, does that make sense? So how far is the moon away from the Earth? Does anybody know how far the moon is away? 200 what?
233,000 miles.
Close enough. There you go. 236,000 miles away. Nobody gave me an answer though. He at least spoke up. I asked, what is the circumference of your ball Earth? Nobody said anything.
I just know that you knew that.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a question. So if we believe, if we don't know if the Earth is round or not,
Okay.
I think I watched. Do we know?
I read lips. Yeah, I read lips, man. Yeah.
I just prefer to keep it on at that.
Sure.
But do we know if the moon is
You guys hand
round?
these
If the moon is spherical and shit? Do we know if Jupiter or Mercury is spherical and shit?
Okay, why does that matter again?
I was just like curious.
Okay, so I feel that the lights in the sky that we see are just resonant frequencies of sound vibration in a liquid environment. And you can actually do this experiment yourself. It's called Star in a Jar. YouTube it, Star in a Jar. And they recreate the sololuminescence of a star being created in a liquid environment through sound vibration. So those lights that you see in the sky, they're just lights in the sky. They're not anything that they're sending a satellite to. Nobody's landing anything on them. They are just up in the sky. Yeah.
Where'd you learn all this?
Through 6 years of looking into it. You know, and I'm so passionate about you guys at least questioning where you live. Whether you believe us or not, when you leave here, if you even look at anything about Flat Earth, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool. Because right now, you know that this is how important it is, at least to me, that we know that when we were born here, we learn about the globe earth religion before you learn how to crawl, before you learn how to walk, because everybody around you thinks that the earth is a ball. Okay, sure. And
CGI,
yep.
computer generated image. NASA admits this. So they take rectangular strips, photos from really high altitudes, and then literally stitch them on a sphere.
You're stuck
one
here.
of them is
I might as well make a mess of it and go to college, get a good job. But the adventurous spirit is almost gone.
Do you guys have any other questions?
Can you explain do you know about the 15-degree experiment?
Yes. Yep. Bob Nodal laser experiment on Behind the Curve. Okay. I can roughly explain it. But he could probably explain it better because he was there.
How much do you know about it?
Well, I just know that what it's trying to explain is that every hour it turns 50.
What time?
Do you guys have any other questions for me or just hang out? Okay, great. Sure. I need to get more app cards.
Something rotating at 15 degrees. It's either the Earth is rotating at 15 degrees, something on the Earth is stationary, and something else is rotating at 15 degrees. Now, do you think a point on latitude, say 80 degrees north, and a point on latitude 10 degrees north, do you think they will both rotate?
You can't go anywhere else. All points on the if we have status accidents, we could use the way to it. We're not going to bow down to the totalitarian government. We should be free to travel. right, at our own expense of here, at our own expense, we discover more. So over the Antarctic region, they'll probably disappear because they'll find more land.
I got a question.
Oh, sure, yeah, but
And our insurance is it's the ether.
Like, are we doing stuff wrong that we should be doing differently if it was flat?
no, everything works the same way because it's just that we're taught one way, but it actually is another way, and it's always been that way.
So it's just more the fact that we're being lied to.
Withheld information, I would probably put it. Maybe at this time people aren't ready to hear certain information because it might kind of warp their reality perception and cause some people to get anxiety, depression, and things like that. And so in society, what they have found is it takes about 20 to 25 years to shift a collective conscious from one to another. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. So in 25 years, you think it'll be flat Earth?
As long as I'm still around, it's going to be flat. Does that make sense? Right? So did you hear about my adoption analogy earlier? Okay, so let's say you're 20 years old, okay, and then your parents bring you into a room and they talk to you and they say, son, you're adopted. Does that matter? Why would it matter? They withheld information. Why would they have withheld information? Like, they don't feel like you're an adult or 12, 15, 18 years old? Maybe you're not ready? Okay. And now that you're kind of mature and you're more of an adult, what kind of questions would you have for your parents if you found out you were adopted?
Hop in there, bud. Right, we can speculate, but we can't testify ourselves. Now,
Why would you lie?
yeah.
Why would you lie, right?
There's 100 volts of electric static potential.
So we learn about the globe earth religion before we learn about religion, spirituality. We're walking and our minds are so malleable and we're taught a globe earth. We're taught about Santa Claus, dinosaurs, tooth fairy and things like that because we're very malleable. So we're already being conditioned to accept little white lies from people. Okay, and then we have to accept authority that's going to do all these things for us, and then we have to believe that. But what I just encourage you to do is just now start questioning why they would tell us to do something as group think. Because now what it's going to do, you know, for example, with the adoption idea would be, well, okay, so are my parents still alive? I mean, if you're 20 years old, right, wouldn't you want to start to put some money together and investigate if your parents are still alive? Look into it a little bit. Do I have brothers and sisters? Right? And then, you know, find out, you know, and now that you know, now at least you can have an honest relationship with your parents who raised you. Because you're still going to love your parents, right? The two people that raised you, regardless of whether they're your blood or not. But now that you're being honest with each other and all of the facts are out there, at least you get to decide whether you want to continue your relationship with them or not. Right? And so what I'm trying to do is provoke thought to at least help people become globe skeptic. Right? And not necessarily, you don't have to be converted to flat earth right now, bro. Be open-minded, but not so much your brain falls out. Fair enough? I'm Joshua, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Joe.
Hey, Joe. Nice to meet you. Did you want to talk? You have anything to say? No? You got a question? I'll give you $5 if you want to talk with me for 5 minutes.
I don't have any questions.
Okay, I got $5 if you want to hang out with me and talk.
I'm good.
You got any questions? $5, man. You go to Chick-fil-A ever? Okay, you like their milkshakes? Okay, yeah, well, here's $5. You can buy a milkshake. You want to talk for a minute?
Talk for a minute.
Okay, there you go. There's $5. So what's your question you want to ask me?
So, you guys say that the Earth is continuous, right?
I do.
You do?
I do. They have their own, okay? You just talking to me, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not responsible for what they say. I'm just responsible for me, right? I say.
So I have a question.
Yep. Oh, he's talking, right? He paid $5. You already got 15, right? So he's talking, okay, guys?
So,
Go ahead.
if it's continuous, then how do we get into, like, outer space? Do we go up, or do we go certain direction?
Okay, so what you're doing, it sounds like, is you're replacing the globe. Hold on.
A circle?
Hold on. Okay. It sounds like what you're doing is you're removing the globe and replacing it with a frisbee.
Well, what are you replacing it with?
Am I correct?
Well, basically.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? So,
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Just hold on. I know I want all the answers too, right? Okay, and we have 5 minutes, right? And so I feel that there is no solar system. We're not the third planet from the sun. Earth is the foundation and the floor of the entire universe, or the things that you see up in the sky.
Are we in the center of the universe?
We are the center of the creation. Okay, the sun moves around us as if it's around the North Pole.
So when people look at a telescope and see other
Lights,
you think they're lights?
they're lights in the sky. No, they're not planets.
Where do the lights
No,
come from?
they're actually, before they were called planets, they were called wandering stars. Did you know that? And if you go on YouTube right now, you know, I still have your time. Do you have your phone on you? Okay, so real quick, because, you know, time is money, right? Go on YouTube real quick and type in real stars P900. Type in real stars P900. Okay? And then go to filters. So get familiar with this filters button here, okay? And then go to view count, and then go back, and then let's see what happens. Okay, now look at that. Those are your stars. What do they look like? Do those look like what they're on the cover of National Geographic? Okay, so why are you being shown computer graphics on National Geographic, and then and that's what real stars look like?
But there's billions of them out there.
Why do they look like that, and they don't look like what they look like in your books?
That is what my book showed me.
But that's what Mars looks like. Mars looks like a cell with a center and an exterior, and they're resonating. It's called cymatics. You guys know what cymatics is?
One question.
Yeah.
If the Earth is flat, how come we can see different stars at different latitudes?
Okay, sure. What I want to suggest, here's an analogy for you, okay, and I'll answer your question. As a carpenter, would you measure your ceiling to carpet your floor? Why not? So why does everybody keep talking about the sky, but we're talking about the earth that we walk on?
I mean, I've had the vaccine.
Because it's what's around the Earth.
No, but what about the ground? Don't you want to know what's on the ground?
I'm standing on the ground.
Okay, so when does physical curvature start?
I mean, the Earth's round, so
Round like a penny.
like a sphere.
Like a sphere? Okay, do you happen to know the circumference of your ball earth that you believe in? No Google, anybody? I have $5 if you can give me the exact circumference within at least 100 miles. The exact, within 100 miles, give me the circumference of your earth. How much? 900? Not even close. 24,901 miles. Okay? The radii is 3959. So spherical trigonometry of a sphere shows that the curvature rate of your ball earth that you religiously believe in, that you've never proven yourself, that you just read about in books, is 24,901 miles in circumference. So you need curvature, which is at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared. That's accurate within 500 miles. We.
To a rocket when it's blasted off of the Earth, does it only go in one plane? What is it?
How does that prove globe Earth?
Just to answer the question.
How does? Okay, I got $5 here.
Answer his question.
I got $5 right here. If this guy can answer how far the moon is away from the sun, the Earth.
93 million miles.
How far is the moon away from the Earth?
I just answered you, dude.
That's the sun. The sun is 93 million miles away, everybody. The moon is 236,000 miles away.
Oh, it is? How
Yes, sir.
Why is it out there?
Why is the sun and the moon the
Off into,
Sir, do you know the circumference of your ball Earth?
Stay in the solar system.
I have $20 if this guy right here can tell me the radius of your ball Earth.
Sphere.
$20 right here. Tell me the radius of your ball Earth.
Of my ball Earth?
Yes, your religious ball Earth that you just, yes.
Ball Earth.
$20. He came up here and had to, and with an aggressive manner, and started asking me questions. I have $20 and he can't answer a question. No, ma'am.
Hey, tell me this. Why is the moon not just leave and go off throughout the solar system?
The sun and the moon are traveling around the stationary Earth, sir.
And they are, and we're flat. How do you know?
Does anybody have the map for me, please?
Listen up. I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to clear off campus and get on public property. the sidewalk on Church Street or somewhere else around here. You're disrupting the campus.
Okay,
Let's go.
Can you cite the ordinance, please?
I don't have to.
Okay.
I don't have to. This is private property.
So do you have any evidence?
Let's go.
Do you have any? How do you fall off something that goes on infinitely forever? The earth goes on infinitely forever, sir.
Hey, let's go.
How does the earth,
Hey,
the sun and the moon travel across a
let's
flat
go.
level
Listen.
plane?
Listen, we're leaving. We're leaving now. Let's
Sir, where's
go.
the ordinance?
I don't care. This is private property.
Where are the police at? Have you called the
Right
police,
there.
sir?
I am the police.
Can you, why aren't the police addressing me, sir?
Because
Are you infringing on our First Amendment rights, sir?
I am telling you.
Is that a public street?
No.
So if we drove our car from the public street through to the next
Listen,
public
this is
street,
not a
is that
debate.
illegal?
This is not a debate.
Is that illegal,
This
sir?
is not a debate. The city police are over there because it's their jurisdiction. This
Sure.
is my jurisdiction.
Can you invite the police over?
This is Wofford College.
Can you invite the people over?
Wofford College.
Invite the police over.
Look, he's refusing to cooperate.
Hi, sir.
Take care of it.
For what?
Turn around, put your hand behind your back.
What am I being arrested for?
He just told you.
We're leaving. We're leaving right now.
Turn around and put
We're
your hand
leaving right now.
Don't walk away from it.
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
Under what ordinance? Can you refresh?
Yes, sir, you are.
For what? Can you cite the ordinance,
He
please?
already said that you need to leave. So
Okay,
So,
you refuse.
I'm not refusing.
okay.
My friend just grabbed me.
Let's move on. Let's go.
You need to leave now or you're
We're
going to
leaving.
jail.
We're leaving, sir. Right now.
Right now.
We're leaving, Officer Huckabee.
Hey,
Why is he trespassed?
Yes,
Okay, can I see the trespass order?
as of now,
No, can I see the trespass order? Can I see the order?
Let's just walk. I'm walking really slow.
I mean, he told us before that we could talk, just not loudly. So I guess we were talking too loud.
Yeah, he told us that.
He said that we could
Huckabee did?
talk. He said that we could talk, just not with the megaphone.
I'm walking really slow.
I'm at the Grove, Bohemian. I drink the juice, the chocolate milk.